America and gentlemen, start your engine!
Fucking shit me? Dude, how long you been racing? 100 fucking years, you stupid fuck.
Come here, you little Hey! Hey, come here! Come here, you
Madsen is howling on James McFadden.
Face like rebuilding a car basically after the race, where you take all the injectors out, clean all the pistons, everything like that, take the exhaust pipes off, make sure nothing's scorched, everything like that.
I love that one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Work Area Podcast. We've got a banger here for you today. There's some hot topics that we're going to touch on. It's the grand final review show. In studio with me, kind enough to get Matty Fellowes in studio. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me.
Just rip that thing in just a little bit closer, mate.
Bit closer? That better?
Yeah, that's it.
Ripper.
Yeah, mate. So, like I said, I got told by my missus I need to introduce people for make sure everyone knows who you are, mate. But yeah, you obviously pilot the 78 wingless, but you've been around the sport your whole life.
Yeah, pretty much since I was about 15, I think. So a bit of a latecomer. But yeah, crewed for a few people back in the day. Then me and the old man brought a car about 10 years ago and haven't looked back since.
So you crewed and you did World Series. Who was that for?
It was for Matt Muir. We had Matt Eagle driving for us as a contractor driver for World Series.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, crewed for multiple other teams along the way that have brought American drivers over. Yeah, like Tyler Walker, Randy Hannigan. Yeah, a few big names. So been pretty good.
Mate, so how did you get into it? Was it family, friends, or you just watching and hang around at the pits like me, like a weirdo, or what?
Nah, it was through my family. So my uncle's Phil Blackman and he had a car and Sean Bradford was driving for them at the time.
Yep.
Then sort of left that deal and they parted ways and whatnot. So my uncle did his own thing and got another car and went racing himself. And then, yeah, a few years later, then that's when Dad and I got a car. So sort of, yeah, from Sean Bradford and my uncle really getting involved.
Is that Blackman Fabrication, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Who's his logo on now?
So him and Billy Stocks own Blackman Fabrication.
Okay.
So Billy Stocks in the LS1.
Yeah. And
I think Sean's still running Blackman Fab on the back of his wing maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else has got it.
I think Bill's are somehow related to me.
Yeah,
like
right.
My nana and my mum are all Stockses.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and someone keeps on messaging, hey, cars or something. It's not him, but it's
yeah.
someone to do with him. So there must be a loose relation there somehow, mate.
Yeah, no, so.
All right, so you know your shit, though.
Just a Speedway fiend, really.
Mate, that's it, mate, aren't we all? And then, mate, limited schedule for this year, but you started coming on pretty strong. Like, was Ellenbrook your first show?
No, the Friday, the Speedway Grand Final was our first show.
Yep.
And then, then I think it was straight into Ellenbrook after that because we had a bit of a break.
And you're good at Ellenbrook, eh?
Yeah, Carl's a rocket.
Is that so? Yeah, obviously I was a little bit looser behind the scenes there, but is that like where you always been? Is that better for you? Like, how was Ellenbrook? You obviously passed the Ironhour boys, which I'm actually not sure anyone except Blake has passed Matt this year. Like,
yeah.
So how's that for you? Is that about where you are, or is that really good for you?
It's where I want to be.
Yeah.
You know, those boys are so bloody good.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I'd do anything to beat them boys. But they're on their game. Like, you know, they're racing nonstop and they're very talented. Like, if I can be up the pointy end with them boys, then you know you're doing something right. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that we blew up that night. But, I felt like we had a fast enough car to win. But those boys have got a lot more laps under me than myself. So,
But you sat last year out, did you?
Yeah, last year I had a knee reconstruction, so I had to sit that out and then watch everyone go fast, really. So, yeah, we rebuilt a new car, got a cool car this year, so I feel like a shitload more comfortable in that car. We had a new motor, just working on a shock package, hopefully for next year as well, the title coming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just want to get faster at Motorplex as well, and like I still haven't won a feature race, so that's my big game is to win a feature.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And when you're faster, is it a chassis? Is it everything? Like, what's the difference between this year's car and what you used to run?
This year I've gone to a cool car. Last year I had a Maxim, or the year before. So we've always run a Maxim.
Yep.
Yeah, cool car came up sale and me and the old man like, yeah, let's get it. We brought it like 3-4 years ago and just haven't had time to build it. And then when we had that year off, we're like, all right, let's get into it and build it. Like, there's not a massive difference in the cars. themselves, setup wise. It's just there's a lot more room in a cool car than the Maxim. Like I'm 6'3", I'm tall, so it's having the leg room that you need and the height. Just sitting on the bottom rail, like it's just so much more comfortable in that car. That's the only thing I can put it down to is just being comfy and confident in yourself. Like having a year off, just watching everyone race, and it's like I want to be out there. I want to be out there, and then I didn't want to go out there when we weren't ready. We wanted to be 100% ready, and then that's what we were. So I think we wanted to be at Powerpalooza, but just weren't going to make it in time. So unfortunately, it wasn't till the new year that we could make it out there. So.
And then we'll obviously go into it. But on the weekend, you finished 5th. Where did you start?
I started 8th.
8th.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where were you running? Low?
Down the bottom, right on the bottom.
Mate, it was so skinny out of 1 and 2. Hey, that little.
Yeah.
It was like, I felt like it was less than a car width of like grip.
Yeah. Oh, even if you miss the entry in like 1,
yeah,
you just slide up and miss it. Like you had to be so tight getting in as well. Otherwise, you just slide off of it and hard on the brake. And
yeah.
I'd love to run the wall, but I don't have the budget to run up there. If I wreck my shit, I'm stuffed.
Yeah. Yeah, she's tricky up there, mate. And those boys, we'll go into it, but I had an epiphany with them boys, and it makes me feel a little bit better. And I put up a post, but I sold it to myself like, effectively, we're racing 2 speed cars.
Yeah, 100%.
They would have come 6th in the speed car midget race and 3rd in the speed car heat race.
Oh, and even watching the replay, like they look quick.
Yeah.
They were passing lap cars like they were standing still. It was like, how the fuck are you so fast?
Even on those restarts, like how aggressive they were coming into the wall. Like,
yeah. Oh,
far out. Yeah, we'll cover it.
They got a big set on them.
Yeah, I know. I think there's an illusion that they have like, gold plated this and that. They don't. They have the same cars as everyone else.
That's right.
They win because they're better.
They're talented.
And there's no secrets because I'm not sure there's anyone in the pits more than Matty Iwanow that helps people.
Yeah.
You ask him anything, he'll just tell you.
Yeah, 100%. But coming to that, though, I asked him at Ellenbrook for some advice. He's done the most laps there. He said, I just run flat out. That's what you do. All right, no worries.
Yeah, man, that's actually what they do.
Yeah, I know.
That's so shit.
I was like, I wanted some other advice, but that's cool. Where should I run? Where shouldn't I run? Like,
yeah. Nah, they go good. We'll cover it off and we'll get off the Iwanow train for a second. But yeah, big episode, but we can't go any further without thanking the sponsors. Yeah, they help us out. One of our last sort of shows, we got this one and a couple of more coming up, but effectively in terms of the review shows and stuff like that, other than the Speed Car Aussie title that we're heading over for, which should be pretty epic. Yeah, these guys have helped me even get this thing off the ground. And we've had over 14,000 listeners so far in since the end of November, effectively. So, yeah, couldn't be more stoked with how it's going. And Brody and Kelly at BKB Plumbing and Gas obviously helped me right from the start. Same as Reggie and Annie at the Knife Merchant and RBS Project Solutions. Dion at Upfield Designs, the best helmet designer in Australia, I reckon. And from the weekend, we got a new sponsor aboard, All Talk Engineering. Jared there, he come up to me and wanted to be a part of it. So yeah, really thank him for everything that he's done and what he's chipped in to help not only just the podcast but my wingless stuff as well. He'll be a busy man next year, I reckon, that Aussie title. And I was thinking about it on the way, and I reckon that there's a fair chance he's swung a spanner around the engine that's going to win that Aussie title. And he might have a few for sale, and yeah, people will see it. But yeah, Jared, he All Talk Engineering, he'll do Formula 500, wingless, 410. If you want to win, go to him. TPE Group, Chris obviously gives us the space to do what we do. And then my business, I actually thought I should pump my own business up, mate. It's KRM Logistics and Hot Shots. Yeah, whatever you need in that sort of space, give us a call. We sort it out. JRack for all your racking, taxiing, whatever. MATLAB, Trav, if you have a look at MATLAB's Instagram stuff, mats and for pits, trailers, desks, anything you need, Trav will sort you out. And last but not least, Ironwood Projects. Toby and Estelle. Yes, always looking for labourers up in the Pilbara. So if you're looking for a change of scenery or you're already up there and you're chasing some work, hit up Ironwood Projects. Mate, let's get into the BKB Plumbing and Gas backside, trackside. Still working on that. I was maybe thinking about, because they're plumbers, BKB talking shit, but I don't know. BKB Plumbing and Gas. For all your plumbing needs in the Pilbara, contact Brody and his dedicated team. From domestic water softeners to large-scale commercial projects, BKB Plumbing and Gas. they've got you covered. When it comes to number 2, they're number 1. Mate, I'm going to go pretty hard here with some of the stuff I want to talk about. The first thing I want to cover, and jump in if you want, mate, but the first thing I want to talk about is these Tezuda devices. I think if you're not aware, it's like a little device that you put on top of your helmet, introduced through American football in terms of like a capacity. I think it's like 90 Gs or something like that. Yeah. That they're saying if this device goes off, then you must have suffered a concussion. But I think they're an absolute joke because they don't actually go off properly ever. Like there's been multiple people that have had the biggest crashes you could imagine and they haven't gone off.
Yeah, right.
And I know someone that's had 2 of the biggest crashes I've seen and the same device was on the helmet, both crashes, and has never gone off.
Were they knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Both times.
Shit.
And so I think they're a joke for that. And then Chris Clark, his device went off in the packet. Like so, and it's got 2 magnets on there that should be keeping it intact when it's in the packet.
Yeah.
So that went off. So I just think they're so hit and miss in terms of when they actually work. And you see some of these crashes are huge and they don't go off.
Yeah.
Like
it's good for safety to have it in Speedway, but I mean, if these guys are getting knocked out and it's not going off, then fuck, is it working?
Nah, definitely not working. And regardless of all that, what I think my biggest issue with it is in terms of the medical side of things, the paramedics and the SJ, their medical assessment of these drivers are whether or not that device has gone off.
Yeah, okay.
So they just show them the device hasn't gone off and it's a free pass.
Yeah, right.
Whereas if that device didn't even exist, the medical assessment would be based on symptoms.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, because what's happening is people going, oh, my helmet didn't go off. Like, yeah. And then they go,
I'm fine.
But the SJA at the scene are going, oh, they're fine. Their thing didn't go off.
Yeah.
Whereas that's bullshit. You should be doing an assessment on these people and going, whatever it is, like, look at this, shine the torch in your eyes.
Concussion protocols, really.
Yeah, that's what should be happening. But because it's almost like a free pass for the paramedics to go, no, this device didn't go off, you're fine.
Yeah,
if you have a headache, drink some water and go see a GP.
Yeah.
Whereas, mate, these people are having the biggest dumps you could imagine. And just because this little shitty device that you have to run didn't go off on your helmet, like that doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
Like, for instance, Tommy Britton at Ellenbrook.
Yeah.
That was huge.
That was a big one.
His device didn't go off. He just showed him the helmet and walked off.
Yeah, right.
Like, he's fine, whatever, but your medical assessment of someone shouldn't be the helmet.
No.
It should be, come in here, let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Can you move your arms, whatever. But yeah, I just think it's bullshit that there's a free pass given, like, in terms of an assessment because it didn't go off.
Yeah.
And that's why I reckon if you got rid of it, people would do a more thorough medical assessment.
Yeah, definitely. I think after every crash, it should just be a medical assessment, checking for concussion, checking for everything. Like, yourself, you had a big crash and there was, other injuries that were involved that you didn't know about. Like, who's to say that could have been detected at the track a bit better? Oh, definitely. So, last year, so this is an example. My Tezuda device did go off. Yeah.
I've flipped it down straight. The only thing I can remember is them asking if I want to call my wife.
Yeah.
I said yes, but then I couldn't see the phone or remember her phone number.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything else except someone finding me over near the drag entrance.
Yeah.
Asking if I was okay. Yeah. And I've told them, and I remember being completely confused and going, I've got no idea where I am.
Yeah.
Then they took me, and then Peter Clark found me. He said, you know where you are? And I said, no, I've got no idea where I am.
Shit.
And then, so I was assessed on the infield. So I was knocked out.
Yeah.
I had a broken and dislocated sternum, and I had a bleed on the brain. And I was just walked out because I don't know, I'm not, and I don't want to talk shit about those paramedics individually because I have no idea what actually happened in the ambo.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is also a problem.
Yeah.
But and I take the concussion serious.
Yeah.
And then so my brain was bleeding. And I was in a bad way, and I just got to walk out of the thing. I didn't even know there was a medical assessment room.
Nah,
nurses' quarters. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Nah. No, I don't know if many people do it actually. Public wise, I don't know, but yeah, because they've got the medical center there. If you after a crash, if something happens, you can go to that room.
Yeah, I just hate for something significant to happen to someone.
Yeah,
and it's that maybe they got the all clear because this device didn't go off.
Yeah.
I just think, I think because I guess my point is mine did go off.
Yeah.
And nothing changed.
No.
I walked to the ambulance, then out of the ambulance and back to the pits.
Yeah.
So the device went off. I wasn't assessed properly. The devices aren't going off. People aren't even getting assessments.
No. And
so
they're shit mixes.
Yep. And I just don't see the point of them. I feel like they cause more harm than good because they provide even less of an assessment when they don't go off because they go, oh, they didn't go off.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's my sook on those medical devices, and I've got a couple of other sooks, but to go on with it here in the backside trackside, mate. But just to cover off on the weekend, I was really surprised that no sprint car team stuck around. Like Andrew Priolo, his team stuck around, and Merger Motorsports, they stuck around.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was empty.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Going back, 5-10 years ago, everyone would be having a big piss up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's always fun. I think it's just, I don't know, like everyone's just too professional now. They don't want to do something stupid, maybe. I don't know.
Mate, there was plenty of stupid shit before the races. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I thought like Cricky Boys was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, people stuck around. It's like really good to see people like socialising from different teams and stuff like that. And, but I was surprised that the two teams was Andrew and the Merger Motorsports, Chris Coyle and Jono and the boys. Like, otherwise, everyone, no late models, no nothing. It was like the wingless, which, the wingless is a great club, and I'm sure there's people think that there's some dickheads in it, and there probably is, but like as a whole, there's generally a barbecue, every second or third meet. Yep. There's 30 to 40 people that stick around, and the entire pits is empty, but the wingless is still there. Like, so it is a good club. But I was surprised. Maybe they go back to the shops and have like a team piss up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly. Like I know Pridey does that. They'll go back to the shop and have a few beers and that. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but
must have missed that invite.
Blame was.
Yeah. So, but I guess my disappointment would be like how good the wingless are to socialise, and you sort of want all the sprint car teams to get along, if that makes sense. But
I don't think they will get along though.
No, they don't. Yeah, I know. Because they're all racing 4 sheep stations there.
That's right.
There's a lot on the line, I guess. So,
yeah.
And then, my next thing, mate, is just one thing. It's sort of an idea that I've come up with, and just with and it's not based off of the weekend, but the weekend, had it was just more evidence of it. But I think there's the opportunity here to bring in something, I don't know, I want to call it like a demerit point system, like a driver's license or anything like that. But roughly my idea would be that if you, and I'm not sure my points total, but say your primary cause, so you just get sent rear of the field, you just get a point.
Yeah.
Then if there's a significant incident where you proper shit mix someone, you could get like 2 points. And maybe over the course of the year, from start of the year to the end of the year, you get, say, 7 points.
Yeah.
So if you just get, I reckon you probably deserve it if you have 7 rear of the fields.
Yeah.
Like if you have had 7 races and you've done something to make someone else crash and cause a yellow 7 times, you probably deserve a week off.
Yeah. 100%.
And I feel like then your points could, if you have a week off, and then if you shit mix someone 4 times, because if you had 4 real bad incidents at 2 points, you probably deserve a week off as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, because I obviously relatively new to the sport, and even the wingless, like a wingless crash, if you replace like new, it's like $3,000 to $4,000.
Yeah.
And then you just get to go, whoopsie, and maybe you get sent to the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it doesn't happen too much in the wingless and generally stuff, but I find in the other divisions, mate, people can, and it's not the weekend, so I don't want everyone to think, oh, I'm talking about Ryan Lancaster or whatever. It's not. It's as a whole, but you can just drive through someone's door, and it's so dangerous with how fast these cars are going. And a sprint car crash can be $50,000, and you just go rear of the field.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I don't get it too. Like, it's all up to the chief steward on the night.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like the demerit point system is pretty cool. But then you might not get people racing hard enough because they're like, oh, shit, I'm going to lose a demerit point or something. Like, I mean, you're still going to send it either way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel more for, the likes of last year or the year before when Jack got taken out by Veerley.
Yep.
At the Australian title, the kid was having a crack and he just sent him. Like, there's no need for that shit. Like, race hard, race clean.
Yeah, well, Yeah, I think you can race hard, like, because no one races harder than Callum and Dane.
I was about to say that. Like,
Not
those two boys can just race so clean and hard because they've both got
Yeah.
brains.
Yeah. And they, sounds weird enough because when you look at them, they're not, but they're patient.
Yeah.
Like, they wait until the move is there. They don't force anything because they're trying to win and finish.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that old, to finish first you must finish. Like,
Yeah.
But you drive them straight through someone, like, and I got his shirt on at the moment, like Daniel Hardigan. Like that'll be with the Kendrick thing like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's not how he is. But bang, you got 2 points now. And then everything he does, like, he'll still race how he is. But I feel like if you started having to worry about your points, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Because you've had enough incidents that you're close to pointing out.
Yeah, yeah.
And it would just be a week. But I just feel like, there just needs to be some deterrent.
Yeah.
Rather than rear of the field. Like,
well, even, if you're points racing or whatever, like, the Maddington Toyota pays so much good money. If you take someone out in a heat race and you get to restart, you should be sent infield too.
Yeah.
You lose all the points as well.
Yep.
Like, racing's racing. You're going to get crashes and that. But when you get fenced, it's not your fault at all.
Yeah.
Like, so, actually, with wingless a few years ago, we had a rule like that. If you took someone out and you're deemed primary course, if they're on the infield, you're on the infield too.
Yeah, that has to happen too.
Yeah.
Because, you see some, like, particularly in like a heat, you're like, how does that happen? And then say on the weekend, not this, but Lancaster and Manders crash.
Yeah.
There's only like 4 cars left.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
if Lancaster got to restart, was 5th.
Yeah.
Maybe passes 1 or 2, and it's like,
he's in the dash.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like, there just needs to be something changing. I feel like the point, if you cause a yellow and you're deemed primary cause and sent rear, that's 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if it's like a significant incident where you've fed someone a right rear, or say, and the Daniel Hardigan, and I like to use, and I'm not afraid to use Daniel because that's not who he is.
Yeah,
that's a pure accident.
Yeah,
100%. And he's not trying to do that at all. Like, he doesn't want to wear the knobs off the tires.
He can't afford it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He's
like,
not there to wreck people.
No, that's not what he is. But, like, mate, that's 2 points.
Yeah.
Next time, he just thinks twice about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then if you're coming to the point where you're going, this is bullshit, I'm close to point out. I was like, well, but you've had enough incidents, and whatever number, I just chose 7, but even if it's, say, 9.
Yeah.
If you point out from 9 incidents where you've turned someone or crashed someone, like, that's your fault. You shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Because Callum, Dane, like, all these boys, they could race a whole year and maybe get 2 points.
Yeah.
Like, and if they can do it, anyone can do it, because no one's racing harder or faster
than them too.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
And I just, felt like if there is some, and I'm sure there's a little bit, tweaks and stuff like that, but there needs to be something other than, I might just go to the back if I absolutely destroy this guy, ruin his car, write it off. Like, if there was something, and accidents happen, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you could have 9 accidents, say if it's 9 points, just 9 bad accidents, you still get a point.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to happen.
No.
But if they could do something like that, I think that. And I've got another idea, but just with these, the best feedback that I get, positive or negative, if you think there's a fucking dumb ideas or whatever, I couldn't care. I've got 2 shirts for Daniel Hardigan, the 2-point bandit there. But I've got 2 shirts courtesy of, the Open Trailer Crew. So I'll give one to one negative feedback. If someone gives me a good message and going, nah, this is shit because of X, Y, and Z, fine, bang, I don't care about feedback. That's fine. You can have a shirt, and then someone that has a better idea than me, you can have a shirt as well. So I got 2 to give away. Message me on Facebook or Instagram at the work area, and we'll square that away. And the other one I want to touch base on, it's the end of the year, and I think maybe it's something they can look at implementing going forward is, like, I'm going to call it like my 20% rule. But if you can't turn laps within 20% of like the leaders, or say the top 3 average lap time, you can't race.
Yeah,
you need to be, because again, if you feel hard done by this, you shouldn't be out there, because
definitely
20% doesn't. It sounds like not much, but when it's a 500-meter lap time, that means they're getting 100 meters on you like every lap, and you're going to be lapped in 5 laps of a heat race.
Oh yeah.
So you could potentially be lapped twice in a heat race if they get it right and you make some mistakes.
Yeah.
And then in saying that, there's enough Friday nights and enough Wednesday nights that you could get out there and cut your teeth.
Yeah.
But for me, Like, and I know everyone's trying, and I'm sure some people are going to feel like I'm targeting them or whatever, but it's dangerous.
It is.
When there's 20 other people doing fast laps and you're coming up on some of these lappers so fast, it catches you, even in a wingless, and that's slow. Like, it catches you off guard. You're like, oh, yeah, I can see him entering. And then all of a sudden you're on him and you're like,
holy shit.
Yeah, so I imagine what like speed cars, late models, like man, that how fast you close on them must be crazy. So just with the 20%.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I feel like that. So my 21, tell me what you think about this. So 20% sprint cars, so the average lap time's like 13.5 seconds. So you have to do at least a 16.2.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you can't do 16, you got to go.
By limited or something.
Yeah. And then so that as that gets faster, the track's faster. So you should be able to be faster as well. So effectively, you got to be within just under 3 seconds of the leaders.
No, I reckon.
And I think that's fine.
But me and the old man were actually talking about this on the weekend. Like, we had a long gap between races so we could watch some racing. And like the 410s and that, like just some of the cars there, adamant, they shouldn't be out there yet. Yeah. It's, especially when you're points racing like the boys. If, they got taken out by someone going so slow, like, don't just keep going to practice.
Yeah, that's right.
Get your confidence up, get your car speed up, and then go racing.
Yeah. And so I think that's fine. A 16.2. So the speed cars and the late models, their times are roughly similar.
Yeah.
So speed cars average about a 16-second lap time. So if you can't do under a 19-second lap time in a midget, you're off to the Wednesdays and the Fridays.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's...
Yeah, I reckon, 3 seconds off the pace in every division.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what it sort of works out to be. And then the wingless is sort of the other class or division. Everything else is roughly the same. It's all about 3, but wingless is about 4.
Yeah.
So, but if you can't be within 4 seconds of the leaders of the wingless...
Yeah.
And we probably need it because some of us are like 5th place is like, could be like a second off the old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think like, I got caught in one incident with a car doing about 7 seconds slower than the leaders.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like when we're doing 18 seconds lap times, they're doing 25.
Yeah.
Like it's I fully understand that we need new people in the sport. We need that. I fully understand that, and I'm all on board with that. But you shouldn't be able to just come out and race like that because you can bobble, you can do anything, and it's a lot of money, but that's not the thing. It's like, but people can get hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just would hate to see anything because someone's like, oh, let's have a crack at this. Like,
yeah.
It's not beach volleyball.
I don't know where to drive on a track sometimes as well. Like, you see that blue flag, you get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, or hold your line. Like, don't drive on the racing line. Like, especially if you're coming into one and you want to throw a slider on someone and they're there on the curb, you're like, just fuck you, or in the middle of the track. Like,
and I've seen it a bit in divisions like Nick Rowe in one of the races went to go slide someone and he nearly crashed because right in the middle of the corner was a lapper, and he's like, I was so busy racing who I'm racing, and like their car blocked it, and when I seen him, this is into 3, and as he come into 1, there was no one there.
Yeah, right.
And he's catching them so fast. He's catching them like 150 meters a lap.
Yeah.
So
that's quick.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then he's thrown it, and it looks dumb from the outside. He's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And in the car, he's like, I just couldn't see it.
No.
Like, we caught them that quick, and it can cause races.
He'd be watching where the leader is too. Like, let alone someone going, half the pace than him. Like,
yeah, because that's sort of the thing. Like, particularly if you're going to slide someone, you're racing for starters.
Yeah.
So you're watching them and you're like, if he goes high, I'm going like, you know what I mean? Like, so you're so intent on what you're doing. But yeah, I think the 20%, I played with some numbers. 25 is almost too much because you can be way too slow and still be in the same race. And even 20%, it doesn't sound like much, but on the track, they're so much faster at 20%.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think that if you can't do under a 16-second lap time in a 410, like, try something else.
Unless it's like a wet track or something like that. Like,
but
some
still,
people struggle, but like, by the time they've done hot laps and time trial come along, the tracks peak out then. So.
Yeah, because we go out first now effectively, and like, qualifying's been good, but, and then when we're talking, like, for instance, if 3 seconds, it's so big when... One of the examples I use around that high limit period was, I think it was Jason Pride in second and Taylor Milling in 17th, and it was like 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're first to 17th is 0.2.
Yeah.
So I'm talking 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So if you can't, you're so far off, like you could be, well, that would be like 2.8 seconds off 17th.
Yeah.
That's how, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's such a big thing. So, yeah, give us some feedback on that. The demerit point system, 1 point for if you sent rear of the field or deemed primary cause, 2 points if you absolutely shit mix someone. And then, yeah, in the 20% lap time sort of thing. And, yeah, see what you say. They could be dumb ideas. Everyone could be filthy, but, yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to race my first 2 races. And if I'm honest with you, I probably shouldn't have been either.
Yeah.
Like, you want to get out there, you've got all this equipment, but I probably should have had 1 or 2 more Wednesdays and a Friday.
Yeah. But at least you admit it.
Yeah. And then, yeah. But that's what I think. And I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that, but I also don't want to see someone fucking hurt or a championship lost or because someone wants to have a crack at something.
Yeah. No, more laps are better. Like saying that, Wednesdays and that, yeah, more laps are better. Not on race nights. If you're not up to speed, don't race.
Well, and the other thing is like the TPE boys here, they let someone jump in the car on the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
He got 8 runs.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's eight lap
That's
races.
a lot. Yeah.
So you think like, Wednesday night, that's nearly 3 nights.
Yeah, 100%. That's a lot of laps.
Yeah, and then because on those Wednesday nights, if you got enough fuel, you can get pushed right from the gate straight back to the chute and go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they cruised around, and the fella that was there got 8 runs in a wingless.
Especially towards the end of the year as well.
Yep.
There's not as many cars there because it's come towards the end of the season, so you could get lots of runs in.
Yeah, and then if you need more than that, like, probably speaks volumes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you can hire tracks as well these days.
Yeah.
You can go travel, 2 hours up the road, hire more or Pathara or all these tracks, you can hire them. Do a day of laps.
Yeah.
Should be fast by then.
The merit points and 20%. Have a crack at me. But yeah, again, just quickly, the best feedback I get, good and bad, because we want both. We're not always right. I'm definitely not always right. Ask my missus. But yeah, there's a shirt, Daniel Hardigan shirt for the best feedback that I get. One good, one bad. We're going to get stuck into the grand final review show here, thanks to RBS Project Solutions. RBS Project Solutions. RBS is based in the Pilbara and specialise in structural, mechanical and piping projects. RBS is bolstered by strong field supervision and leadership, ensuring successful execution of projects across the mining and oil and gas sectors. So, all right, so you're just going to be having a listen to me. Matty's going to shoot down and grab another drink. I can't prepare, thank you. That's a CBD, Cannabis Botanical Distillery. Yeah, so going to get stuck into this grand final review show. Just quickly touch on the Friday night show. The Motorplex run a really wicked development series, it's called, for the wingless, and just like we spoke about, it gives the opportunity for nuffies like me to actually get out there and have a crack and not have to get in the way and have a go. But yeah, lots of divisions on the Fast Friday. I'm just going to quickly cover them and get stuck into it. You got Kevin Element, Nuno Mendes, Jamie Higgs, top 3 in the modifieds. I was pretty busy this night. The junior Formula 500s on the Max Lang, the flying mullet. He's into the 17 second that times. Todd Pages, Deegan Wood. Yeah, that's it. Tyler Pigden come in the big rig too. I think that might be his first outing. I've not seen him out there before, but he did pretty good. Best lap was lap 10. He's in the 5th place. The Opal Finance Formula 500s, mate, they get to run more than anyone. Chloe Newmarch, Brennan Marshman, Logan Harris, 3rd on both nights for that, Logan, I think. That's pretty good. And Street Stocks, getting a few laps in before the state title this weekend.
Yes.
Mate, you wouldn't read about it. Matt Iwanow won a race. Matty Iwanow, Reese O'Reilly, CJ Flavel.
Is that his first feature win this year?
It might be. Oh, that's so shit. He beat Blake.
Oh, that's a first.
And then the wingless. Just want to give a shout out here. Real ripper lad. Crews for Chad Pittard, but Chad might have to come and crew for him now because he's a big dog, mate. He won the wingless. Geordie Johnson in the Johnson Food Services 37. Really good bloke. First win. Come up from Manjimup. Drives up every week. It's a big effort for him and the crew to get up here, but collected his first win. Just want to give him a shout out for that. We also had Blake Walsh come over from Victoria. He started off the back. Ryan Mitchell moved forward. Ryan's been really quick this year, and to round out the top 5, Riley Ogilvie. Riley was real fast all the weekend. He just had some bad luck, but he might have been the fastest car out there.
Yeah, he looked good on that Friday night.
Yeah, he did look good. So that's the Friday night covered, I think. Oh, no, we got the limiteds in the LS1. Yeah, my man, Bailey Nash. I actually sold him. I said, make sure you come and see me out in the middle after your race. Just hedging my bets, I might be out there. Luckily, I was. But, yeah, Bailey automatic, mate. I like watching him from the infield. He's smooth.
He is.
You see his hands compared to everyone else. Bill Stocks in second, and then Greg Clark. Like, he's so much less busy in the cockpit than anyone else. And first time I noticed it, he ran second to Jai McKenzie a couple of weeks ago. Might have been a Friday night as well. Maybe
was it Cricket Boy?
Not sure. Can't remember exactly what it was. But, yeah, that's when I noticed it. I was like, Bailey's not moving in there. Like, he sets it. Like, and Jai was maybe a little bit quicker. And then the first time I noticed it, he came in and told me he had no power steering, so he couldn't turn the wheel.
Makes it hard.
Yeah. But it was the same this week. He's just smooth, and he was a fair bit faster than everyone else. Yeah, so Bailey Nash, Bill Stocks, and Greg Clark. Lee Redmond, he threw that 57 around. He was pretty good. Just looking through the results. Cody Clayton had his first run. He did good. Rain Leeson, YouTube sensation in 9th. Another top 10 for him. Joel Ettridge, I think he hurt a motor or something. He pulled in pretty quickly, unfortunately, so...
I'm not sure if it was a front end or not.
Yeah, he pulled in. He got it was like early, man, how he didn't get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Like, he just couldn't get off the track. He was like running up the top, I think down the back straight, and then whatever went.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't turn down because they all come, and then he sort of had to do that creep to the infield.
Yeah,
Cars. Yeah, well, mate. But all right, mate, let's get stuck into it. You know a little bit about the Formula 500s. Hey, his brother-in-law Chris used to run them?
Yep.
Yeah, did you get into them?
Well, I actually raced one a while back.
Yeah, okay.
For Brian Sharp. They live up north now.
Okay.
But yeah, they had a car and they asked me if I wanted to have a go in it. 2010, I think it was.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, I haven't raced anything before, but yeah, why not? I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Sort of the only car I'd fit in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, did a year of that. That was good fun. Like, they gave me the opportunity to have a skid, and yeah, it was good. So yeah, since then, obviously Chris, my brother-in-law, know a little bit about him, but
yeah. The best race I've ever seen was the state title when Reece Cummings run the wall.
Yeah.
And they always are the first feature. And I'm not sure if that's what they want, but I'm like, maybe they should go at the end of the night.
Yeah, yeah.
Full slick track, and they might have to actually move around a bit more. I'm not sure. What do you reckon?
They're little. They'll rev hard, but once you get them wound up, they sort of... Technically, I don't know too much about them.
Yep.
Just drove it. They've got the wing speed. Once you wound them up, you're fine. Reece that night had it wound up.
Oh,
and he was so fucking good. Chris was up there early as well, and I can't remember what happened to Chris in that feature. I think he DNF'd in the end.
Okay.
Oh, him and someone come together, yeah. But he was railing the top as well. And was about to pass Stephen Elman, I think.
Okay.
But they're little go-karts, really. That's what they're like. They're just so... You got to steer them straight.
Yeah.
Go fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if slick tracks, they're always on the bottom. That's the thing. I reckon if it goes too slick, they might be on the bottom, but they're getting so expensive now with the engines and that.
60-something grand, for a good engine.
Yeah. Maybe these new engines, they might be able to run the boards and throw more sliders and that.
Yeah.
I know. But, the top 8 in that division, they're all sort of quick.
But then, so I feel like if it's 60 grand, they a good car must be 80 grand at least. That's
close to 100.
That's that's 5 ripper wingless.
Yeah.
Or it's a good midget.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's bullshit expensive now.
Yeah, nothing's cheap though, I guess. But yeah, that's the Tarantula, mate. Cody Taraccio, he won that one. I feel like he's been the fastest car all year, but he hasn't won what I've thought he was going to win.
Yeah, he's been pretty quick.
Yeah, really good, really good.
He's got a good car and a good engine.
My Gareth Smith spinning spanners on that thing. That's why. But yeah, the Tarantula, mate, he took that one out. Matty Brown, and then Stephen Element, another all-talk engineering customer there. Stevie Element, he's got Jared Kroon for him. So that's the top 3 is sort of who you think. Maybe that is it Newmarch? But I think he might have he pulled in, so he hurt something, but he's sort of the other one that's been mixing up. And then Reece Cumming did a gearbox.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, just not it wasn't the best advertisement for him. What have I got here? Leaders lap to 5th and only 8 people finished.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the numbers are dying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. They get some good numbers at the country tracks.
Yep.
So you get the people that want to follow the West Coast Series and then the people that want to follow the Motorplex.
Yeah. Did you run the Motorplex and country tracks?
When I raced the Formula? I did like Bunbury and Narrogin.
Okay.
There wasn't really a West Coast Series back then, I
Okay.
don't think.
I just wonder
But
what
mainly Motorplex.
Surely the country tracks, the smaller ones, would be funner.
Funner, yeah, 100%. Like when Chris and that raced at Geraldton, like he loves racing there because it's a small bull ring.
Yeah,
you can get up on a wheel like Mora, everywhere like that. You can make it too wide up there.
Yeah, okay.
Formula, like because you got that wing speed, and Motorplex is too big for him, I think.
Yeah, they run there a lot. Yeah, I wonder. Like I know Tom Davies, he talks about doing like the Formula 500 Speed Week.
Yep.
And he's like, that is the most fun you can have because all those tracks are suited to him.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's like the racing's racing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just horsepower. You know,
you got to get your elbows up.
Yep. Yeah. You can use craft and move around. Yeah, Tommy talks about that a fair bit. And you can tell it's like a lot more fun for him over there doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know a fellow I know, Shane Devonshire, Albany fellow, new to the class. Yeah, he was 7th. First meeting at the Motorplex. I think it's 2nd or 3rd run in the car, so pretty decent for him. I don't know if you know anyone else, mate. David Snagra, 4th. Logan Harris, I thought he'd come 3rd, sorry. So 3rd on Friday night and 5th on the Saturday night for Logan. Darren Rodwell, sort of new fellas, it sounds like. And then Darren Wood, 338, mate. Not a fan of that number. 338, no, and that's him, mate. And then, obviously, Brendan Newmarch and Reece Cumming, DNF, and I think it's Brendan Marshman. He's usually up there.
Yeah.
And
he
then,
did a fuel pump.
Yeah, okay.
Before the feature.
Yeah, right.
Not good.
Nah. And then when you get those engines, I wasn't aware, but they seal those engines like the actual engine builder.
Yeah.
And you cannot touch them.
No.
That's I knew that from motocross. The bigger suspension companies do that.
Yeah,
they'll seal their suspension so you can never look in on the internals, and you sign like I don't know what it'd be, like a disclosure or an NDA or something like that, and you can be sued for like millions if you tamper with it, because otherwise you could just pull it out and then sell that because suspension's like $15,000, right?
Yeah.
So you just pull it open and go, oh, this is what they're doing. But but that must be the same with those engines. Seal them, mate. If I paid $60,000 for something and someone said don't look in here, I'll be going, mate,
I want to have a seat.
this is mine. But then that's what you have to even get the engine. You have to sign it before you even get it.
Yeah, right.
So that's how they get you.
Shit.
Yeah, it's big stuff there. But hopefully some of them people coming to wingless. You know, quality cars
next year.
Yeah, hopefully, because we got the Aussie title. Wingless is growing. Like I think the best thing about us as a wingless is having them on our boys is they bring like legitimacy to it.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people that I've spoken to that late model sprint cars, whatever, have, you know how if you race, they don't do your podium straight away. You got to stay and watch.
Yeah.
People that have watched them are just fucking mind blown.
Yeah, 100%.
And mind blown.
Yeah.
But mate, the sprint cars, mate, the biffs, bumps and brawlers. She was a bit of a wild night, mate. So, just going through sort of from the night, we'll go through the feature and more of the season. But, some incidents in the pits. First one was Manners and Lancasters, and I didn't actually see it because I was in the pits doing my stuff. But sort of the Speedway rumour mill went wild, mate. I thought like he must have T-boned him, and it wasn't great from Lancaster. But I also, after I watched it back, I just didn't think it was like the filthiest thing I've ever seen. But that's how it got explained to me.
Yeah. Everyone runs their mouth
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm thinking, fuck, he's killed this bloke. Like,
Yeah. No, it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal, but he's racing for points too. Caden is as well. Like, it's unfortunate that Caden got taken out, essentially, when he could have, worked out good for Milling in the end, let's be honest, so he could finish 3rd.
Well, it didn't work out great.
No, definitely not. But
points-wise, it was all right. But
with Caden not starting that feature race, it got enough points for Taylor to get, 3rd. But if that incident didn't happen, it would have been Caden.
Yeah, even if Caden, I think, come last and everything, it sounds like he's probably got it home and hosed. But my only thing, like, obviously, I think Lancaster's in the wrong for it, but he was in front of him down the straight. But Manners can't lift. That's sort of the
Nah.
problem. Like he gets collected like before halfway into one.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
before they're into like two, he gets collected and
Yeah.
he doesn't really have an out. There's nothing he can really do. It's probably similar to the Bo Doyle, Tom Payette one, like, you know, before halfway in the corner, like you can't break and turn down at
No.
that point. You're gone too quick and
They're
it just
carrying
didn't,
that momentum.
yeah, it didn't live it. But I think almost like Lancaster maybe thought he was going to lift. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like,
Maybe he thought he was clear of him.
yeah. I don't know.
There's
It
so many
wasn't great
things-
though.
There's so many things that could, you
Yeah.
know.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's. I guess the issue would be there's been a couple of them with Lancaster, and maybe that's where maybe if he has points hanging over his head,
That's where a demerit point.
maybe he stays lower.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, and because that's what he should have done.
Yeah.
And like
There was
hard,
plenty of drive on the bottom too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think someone hits the bottom and goes real good in that exact heat. That's
yeah.
but yeah, whatever. So with that, I hope Manders is all right because I heard that he might have been actually legitimately hurt and had some issues with it. I know they put up a post to say they're all right, but
He was slow getting out of the car.
yeah,
Very slow.
yeah,
It's not what you want to see.
nah, because it's almost it's not like how big the incident is, how quick they come to a stop.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can turn and that. Mate, it's fucking mozzie flying around this thing. Got him. And yeah, so hopefully Manders is all right. Yeah, I know he's got some racing coming up overseas and stuff like that. So hopefully nothing too major there, and he can get through that. And then yeah, I think there was another incident there. I don't know if you want to touch on it. I think you know him, but yeah, Dak and Coyle raced each other pretty hard in a dash, and there's some incidents in the pits and stuff like that. And I'm sure, looking back on it, both of those fellas wish they probably behaved a little bit differently. Like they both think they're in the right, I'm sure, but they both, you know, probably waking up on Monday morning and thought, "Fuck, I probably could have handled that a bit better." Or
Yeah,
I think, and they should have. No matter what happens, it should never come to that. But
definitely not.
and I bet you both of them wish they got stopped that night because the feature race was over in about 100 meters for them.
It was.
They're
It
terrible for them. But yeah, those things shouldn't happen. And yeah, maybe if the points thing was in it, they don't race it as hard in the dash because they're both trying to get through. I don't know.
I mean, they're racing hard in the dash, like a little bit of contact down the back straight.
Yep. This thing's a bastard, mate.
It's a pain in the ass.
He's on the wall. Get him. We're going to get this mozzie. His fucking thing's flying around. Can't TPE. Sort your shit. But yeah, it is what it is. And maybe it's a culmination of stuff that's happened throughout the whole year. 'Cause
Yeah.
who knows? But
I haven't followed the whole thing, so
Yeah.
like all year racing, but there's no need for any violence.
nah, and I think, like I said, I think both of them will probably sit there and think that they wish that it went a bit differently, but it didn't. So my only thing would be, and I've got no idea if this is true, but I heard there was a ban implemented, and obviously the ban starts from now, but there's no racing, and it's like the ban's only a little bit time.
So it'd just be over the off season.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, that's if that's the case, and I'm not sure because they're probably about 6 deep beers afterwards. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning when I got told this. So, and I haven't clarified it because, you know, but that's the work area, mate. I don't need to check shit. I just rather hear cool stuff and go with it.
If that's the case, though, if you only get a 3-month suspension or something like that at the last show of the year for fighting, fucking everyone have at it.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do?
It just
mate?
opens the door for everyone.
Yeah. Again, it's just means nothing. And,
Yeah.
but I almost feel like I've got a saying, behavior ignored is behavior accepted.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole year, so much shit is let go that frustrations boil over.
Yeah. 100%.
And if this on-track stuff sorted from race one gone, no, you're done.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like,
they're serious.
He got sent home or
Yeah.
he got put in field, like, or let's not do that. But all these little incidents, and it probably is similar to this, like, it's all year, like 10 people have cut me off and done this and nothing fucking happens. Like, whereas, yeah, to feel like I hear from the chief stewards every race, you do this, you do that, we'll send you in.
Yeah.
And then someone fucking drives straight through the middle of someone, nothing happens.
Nah.
But then the next meeting, now we've had some incidents. If anything happens, we're going to send you in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then people just slowly get pissed off. And then, well, if he didn't do anything for that, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then someone goes, well, he did that, I'm doing this. And then it snowballs. I feel like, Yeah, the chief stewards and that. I firmly believe, and I couldn't care if they hear this, but they did all bark and no bite.
Yeah.
Nothing. If like again, even with this suspension, all year, every meeting, you get threatened at the start of the race.
Yeah.
Anything happens, you're done. You'll be in your car and home. And shit has happened at every single race meeting this year.
And nothing's happened.
And nothing has happened.
Yeah.
And then it leads to something like this.
Yeah.
But we don't get here if shit's sorted right from the start.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's gonna be unfortunate when someone gets screwed over from it.
But someone will, and then they'll pack their shit up and sell up.
Yep. But then everyone pulls their heads in.
Yeah.
Then no one gets cars wrecked. Well, less incidents happen. The frustration doesn't build as bad.
Yeah.
But I just think you nip it in the
ball over.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like behavior ignored, behavior accepted. If you just let something go, well, that's the rule.
Yeah.
And then and rightly so, you can go, well, he did this.
Yeah.
That's worse than me, but you're going to give it to me.
Yeah.
But then they know that.
Yeah,
the two stewards go,
definitely.
fuck, we let Kurt right rear this bloke and we didn't do that. Like, this is less than that. So how are we going to do anything with this?
Yeah.
But that's why you get it right from the start.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's sort of my thought process behind it. And again, I might be a little bit more stricter than most, but I just know it takes one and then it's sorted.
Motorplex has got all them cameras as well in the infield that can pinpoint every incident that happens, but it doesn't get every incident.
No.
That's the thing.
Mm. But you can tell, like, there's been 5, 6 plus incidents this year where someone could have been put infield.
Yeah, definitely.
Not even sent home. No, you're done.
Yeah.
Like the wingless rule. You put someone in the field, you're in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that.
I think that's a good rule. Like, you don't want to take anyone out on purpose, but if you're driving like a dickhead and you fence someone, like I've seen it so many times in wingless from dickheads just fending someone, like, it's like, fuck, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
And then they got to keep racing, and then that bloke's on the infield. It's like, nah.
What blows my mind with the wingless, you spin on your own, disqualified.
Yeah.
Go infield. Yeah. You absolutely ruin someone. Yeah. Maybe to the back of the thing. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know how that's equivalent. Like, generally it's the back marker is the person that's slow and is at the back causing no trouble. Oh, you caused a yellow. Yeah. Because you spun on your own.
Yeah.
But you just drive straight through someone's door.
Yeah.
Put them into the wall.
Rear field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe. And I'm like, how can you just spin and get disqualified, but, hurt someone?
Yeah.
Nothing. Like,
I think that comes down to like time restraints and stuff like that.
Mate.
When you spin out, one spin, you're done. Like,
mate, that's wingless. You go and feature race at the end of the night. If you're in the mid pack, jump the start because they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They just want the race over.
It's 2 starts though. That's what the rule book says.
Yeah.
Not
I know, but mate, they don't care. You jump the start in a wingless race, last feature race of the night.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
We want this thing over.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're in the top, if you're off the front 2 rows, maybe.
Yeah.
Mate, if you're 3 or deep, jump, go. And I've seen it.
Yeah.
I can't do it because I don't know when to go. But yeah. Mate, all right,
Tommy's good at that one.
Yeah, Tommy B, mate, he likes the thing. His cousin's worse for him. Mate.
Oh.
Yeah, mate, so Williamson. Obviously, well, Dane wins it, but we'll talk about this. He wins the war, but this time Callum won the battle, mate. What a race! Like, these two freaks, mate. Then the amount of cars that and it probably goes back to what we're talking about, but the amount of cars they pass cleanly and through traffic, and they're racing the whole time. Like, yeah, I think this is like a golden year. I think that we'll look back on and it'll be like, last year there's some cool stuff, year before, but like this year I feel like the level's been raised, the speed is different, the professionalism, like, and the money that you get to win, it just makes it all more legit. And
definitely,
fuck, this race was so good, man. I didn't know where to look.
Nah, neither did I. I was trying to watch like Callum and Dane most of the race, but there was shit happening everywhere. Like, it was a mint race, really good race.
Fast, 2 lines. No one was running the same line.
Nah, like, I didn't know, like, watching it going, fuck, is the bottom quicker than the top, or is the top quicker than the bottom? Like, Dane and Callum were just quick everywhere. And it's like, fuck, like, it's not until you look back and you look, fuck, there was people railing both as well, and they were moving forward as well. Like,
well, I was watching from the turn 4 hill. Callum was mincing the outside.
Yeah.
Dane was like sliding himself like, and hitting this huge rut into 3
Yeah.
and getting like this big bit of grip and then like sliding up through, and it was fast.
Yeah.
And then Harding was running the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was keeping up. Like they sort of maintained the gap, particularly when they got to lappers. But so Williamson was fast on the top. Dane was sliding from the bottom to the top, and Harding was running the bottom, and it was all fast.
All fast, yeah.
And then
until they got to lap traffic, really, that it slowed them up a little bit more.
But even when they hit lap traffic, like Williams could run low. He could like diamond off.
He could move around.
Anything.
Yeah.
And they were all doing it. It was such a wicked race. And then like AP was doing both. Like Andrew Piola, he seemed fast, and I think he ended up 5th, but he just seemed fast in that. But he was running the top, he was running the bottom, like moving around, like
he was quick. He was quick.
Yeah, it was such a sick race, and
like we're so lucky to have them too. Like just the race and the whole year, like both of them, like you said, you know, always constantly together, side by side, somewhere along the lines.
Well, they just cover, like it looks like when Callum passed Dane, like he knew that like Dane wouldn't slide him straight away. Yeah. So he stayed up for one lap, but then covered. Yeah. And Dane went to slide him, and like it's like they're onto
they
each
know each other.
Yeah. Because again, I said it last show, like they might race like the same amount of shows as other people, but they actually race each other more than anyone else.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Every time they're on track, they're right next to each other. Yeah. Like, they know each other really well, and both the teams, like I put up a post, and I truly meant it. I felt like I was on my knees a little bit and a bit of a suckhole, but I was like, I actually believe it. Like Ryan Cricky and Carl Williamson, like that, what they put in to even give us the teams.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, because I'm not sure about Callum, but like Dane isn't racing sprint cars if it's not for Ryan Cricky.
No, that's right.
Like, and then you know, the follow-on effect of that is we don't get Dane Kingshot.
Yeah.
You know, like, but it starts with Ryan, it starts with Carl, with all the car owners in the pits. Like, I think a spotlight needs to be put on them a little bit more, but
especially with Cricky Motorsport, you know, like they could have just given Dane 1 year and gone, oh, you're done, just get Kerry back or someone else, you know, but they've stuck by him. Like, you know, him and Matty are really good friends, you know, like been buddies for ages, and they've just gelled so good.
And Dane, and I spoke about this as well, but Dane's a favourite because he feels like one of our, same as Callum, like they're country boys.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've got to ride, and they're good. Like, and I just think it shows that the investment in the local fellas
is good.
Yeah, it's good. And it's, and you know, so good for the brand and all that. But yeah, so Ryan Cricky, Carl Williamson, and I want to highlight these two teams because I feel like, you know, they're not just the best on the track.
Yeah.
Like, Callum Williamson, mate, I reckon he sold nearly a KRE worth of merchandise this year. Like,
I think everyone's got a Hot Wheels shirt, don't they?
Yeah. I bought a second one on the weekend. I got a 2-year-old. He wants the 4-year-old shirt. They're fighting all the time over this one shirt.
Yeah.
So we invested in a size 2, mate. But yeah, it's Ryan Cricket at Cricky Motorsports, and Carl Williamson, I believe, is the car owner at Williamson Motorsports, and then Matty Cochran, the crew chief, you know, and Brodie Moller, the crew chief for Williamson Motorsports. Like, they haven't fucking missed all year. The setup, like, look at qualifying, like, and even if they stuff it, they're that good that Callum and Dane believe their car's the best.
Yeah.
Because they've got Matty Cochran on the spanners, you know, and Callum's got Brodie.
Yeah.
Like,
they're confident every time they hit the car, hit the track, sorry.
Yep.
Like, they're just on every time. They've got that good setup, good baseline, send it.
Yeah. And they're like, I don't know how to say it. They're not there fucking around.
Nah.
Like, that's their sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's their job, and they take it seriously. Like, I like to fuck around in that, and then Brodie's only a young kid.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes I want to go up and see him, and I'm like, it just doesn't seem like the right time. Like, he's locked in.
Yeah, yeah.
And same as Matty Cochran. Like, I want to go up and chat and hang out at the trailer and like talk shit, but it just never seems like the right time because, mate, like Matty knows Brodie's on the car.
Yeah.
And then Brodie knows Matty's on the car.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's how I think the level's raised because of what those two are doing in terms of setup and cars. Like, because you might be able to run with them boys.
Yeah.
But to beat them, like, fuck, you would have to be on your game.
Yeah.
Like, man, if you're 3rd or below, you want to win.
Yeah.
But how? What do you have to do?
Yeah. I reckon you just got to be as aggressive as them do. Like, but clean.
Yeah. Because you got to finish.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, my whole point around it is how these two teams, and everyone is, but these two teams in particular are, I believe, fully raising the standard of the sport, because with everything they're doing from say, so cricket's like Ryan, Matty Cochrane and Dane.
Mhm.
Like that's a trifecta, but then they got like Big Sexy Hounsfield and the other fellas, I don't know the other fellas' names on that team, but like their crew are professional, like their crew know, right? So how the sport gets raised, well, they want to beat each other, but then everyone under them, imagine this off season, like you can't invest in the sprint cars and not invest. So you're going, well, fuck, what are they doing?
Yeah.
All right, we can't just do a little bit more.
Yeah.
We've got to do a whole lot more. It's merchandise, it's car, it's activation, all of that. And that's how it gets raised, because everyone is a competitor out there. They want to beat them too.
Yeah.
So they raise it up, and like Callum and Dane aren't just going to sit there.
Nah, definitely
Next year they want more.
Yeah.
Matty and Brody want more. Ryan and Carl want more. Like, and we are the beneficiaries of that.
Absolutely.
So next year's just going to be fucking off its head.
Yeah. No, it's going to. I'm already excited thinking about it.
That's what I said day one, and I'm like, I got to wait till fucking November.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know what like Luch Monty's doing, but I have heard that they are trying to get a local driver, and they want a local driver.
Yeah.
Because he's a winner.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like he wouldn't. I don't feel like he'd want this pinch hit sort of. He might. Well, I don't think he listens, but yeah, he might think nothing of that. But I don't know if you could have that set up in that team who's just as good.
Yeah.
And see all this and not be wanted to be a part of it, or be like, fuck them, I could beat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Give me some of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like almost like the Maddington Toyota series, you know, like as a whole would be more important than like Speedway for me, for sure.
I reckon, yeah.
Like I'd rather be a part of this series from start to finish than like win Speedway.
Yeah.
Like, and I just think, but everyone's going to have to raise their game. Everyone's getting engines. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's doing shock packages. Like, and I think it's all because of the talent at the top.
Yeah. Like you look at it, you know, they've both got paid crew chiefs, you know, it's their job as well. Like if you want to be up the front, that's what you need as well. You need to spend them hours.
I think there's eight crew chiefs here, full-time crew chiefs.
Yeah. Like, or if you're that bottom end, you need to spend that time on that car to be fast.
Yeah. Yeah, mate. And it's not just fast. It's like they know their setups, but I know Callum had a few DNFs, but there's no like mechanical failures from crickies that like. I think there's 7 to 8 I hear. These are the whispers. Jacob Ladders that Dane's gone through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's like a contact DNF, and then
yeah.
Like Brody had one that I know of, that diff at Bunbury, but that's like no fault of his.
Pass failing.
You know what I mean? Like you can't help that. And when I did talk to Brody here and did this interview, his goal for the year was no DNFs.
Yeah.
Like that's what he wanted, and I think he ended up having like a mechanical one anyway, but like one.
Yeah.
But that's the crew chiefs. Like you're there every week.
Yeah.
Like parts aren't going when they're not meant to, but
because then people start thinking it looks bad on them.
Yep.
You know, like parts failures and shit like that. Like, you know, it's not even their fault. Gears rip, break, you know, snapping off. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, so those two boys, epic race. They were fast, and Harding was good all night. Like he ran that bottom, and yeah, the amount of movement in that race, mate. I thought it was such a wicked race to watch, and yeah, you didn't know where to watch through the whole field. There was some wicked races going on, and they were all fast. And surprising for me, probably the drive of the year for him, AJ Nash in fourth.
Yeah,
mate. When there's a bottom, Nash dog, he gets up and about.
He loves the bottom.
He does, eh?
Yeah.
And I think it was High Limit. He did the same.
Yeah.
Come from the back in a B main.
Yeah.
Or maybe just might have been Speed Week somewhere. But yeah, he ran the bottom, one B main on the bottom, come from like the back of that, and then through for the feature race on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it is on the bottom.
He can pedal the bottom.
Yeah, he knows what's going. That Colonial Motorsports, mate, that thing goes good. And then AP, yeah, fifth. At one stage I thought he was on the box. I reckon he might have run higher than fifth at one stage. Let me have a quick look at this lap chart. Fourth.
Yeah, I think he was behind Daniel.
He was coming for him. So, yeah, fifth, fourth, started sixth. So, like, he was thereabouts for the whole thing. And, yeah, at one stage I thought he was coming for Harding, and then there was a restart.
Yeah.
And then he must have got pressure from the back. And then, you know, when, like, you you can't race ahead when there's someone trying to race you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's sort of what it looked like. So, yeah, AP, yeah, I wish he had a podium at least one stage this year. I feel like he deserved it in a lot of his races.
He's always been quick. Always.
Yeah, luck has just not gone his way.
Nah, not this year.
Yeah.
He's had nothing, the poor bastard.
Yep. And again, not like, yeah, it just seems on-track stuff, like no mechanical failures, no of note or anything like that, but just shit's gone wrong in the middle of races for him, unfortunately. And then big Aaron Churkop in 6th, mate.
Yeah, he drove well.
In a
really
360.
Well. Was it?
Yeah, he ran a 360.
Yeah, right.
Let me have a look. Where did he cut? Start. 9th, went back to 11th.
Yeah.
Worked his way up from 11th up to 6th, ran 5th multiple times. So it must have been sliding summer for 5th early on in the race. But yeah, he hurt his rider, and I believe he ran a 360.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then he was like, maybe I should always run a 360.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember James Inglis won a
Yeah.
feature race in a 360.
Yeah.
But was that when there was that rule, if you ran a 360, you could start off the front?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That's a weird rule, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're trying to get more cars.
Yeah.
I think from
COVID, maybe.
yeah,
maybe
it was
everyone,
around that time.
no one had money. But even at the time, I remember he ran away with it.
Yeah.
Like, no one could catch him.
I think this track was slick as too.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's
suited
good.
the 360.
Jimmy's a very good driver. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then Pridey in the 14, not too many people moved around. I kept on looking and I'm like, I wonder where he started, Everyone sort of stayed exactly where they were, which is weird considering how good the race was.
Yeah.
But it was like everyone was racing, one ahead or one back.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, no one really moved too far forward. What did AJ Nash, what did we say? He did, 13th to 4th. That's where he ended up going.
Yeah.
He started
He
deep.
started 8th.
Yeah, and then he went back to 13th in lap 3.
Yeah.
And rolled his way forward.
Yeah.
Brad Mayolo, a little bit disappointing, and he's been a lot faster than that lately.
Yeah. He's been quick.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Obviously, John Coyle left, and then
Got Pete.
yeah, got him first night. Is
Yeah.
it Caporn?
Yeah, I can't remember. Capricorn.
Yeah,
Can't.
Big Pete. That's who it is. Yeah. So yeah, he good. Chris Coyle had some night. Started 16th, so he moved forward 16th to 9th.
Well, he was out of 11 or 12, Chris, because he was in the dash.
Yeah, well, lap 1 he was
and then
16th.
that lap, the opening crash.
Yeah, so he would have been at the back of
Yeah,
that.
dropped back then. Yeah.
Yeah, so and then he must have got a shit start too. But yeah, Chris 9th. Sounds weird, but that might be one of his best results. 9th. I don't really.
He's always coming from the back and charging forward. That's for sure.
He always moves forward though.
Yeah.
But he's just not been good enough early in the nights.
Nah.
And he'll be the first one to tell you that his qualifying has been nowhere near what it should be.
Yeah.
Like, cause he can drive. But yeah, I'm sure he would be happy with the top 10. But then at the start of the season, if you told him you were going to be happy with the top 10, he'd be filthy with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's better than that.
It
Like,
was top 5s and wins.
yeah, top 5s at a minimum, I would have thought.
Mm.
Jimmy Inglis in the LJS 80, James Inglis, mate. Yeah, 10th. Just nothing night really for him. Started 12th, finished 10th. Like, yeah, he's been good since he come back. Like, the first 2 nights, come back in the family car, he's been really good. And then, yeah, that stint. He was the best driver besides Kerry when they went over east.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
over all the events, he was better than Callum and Dane.
Yeah.
Back in his own car, so it'll be another one. But this is the problem, mate. And I sort of stopped doing these post race interviews because the only people are happy on the podium, and some of the people on the podium aren't happy.
Yeah.
And everyone from 4th through to 15th is filthy. They didn't win.
Yeah.
They don't want to fucking speak,
Nah.
and I don't like rolling up to someone cold, going, "Hey man, you want to do an interview?" Like,
That's why they're not hanging around.
yeah, that's what it's like, mate. And then everyone's like, "Oh, do those interviews." I'm like. Then it looked like some sort of fuckwit rolling up. Hey, mate, you want to do an interview with some dude who's come 8th that thinks you should win, like, and has every right to think he should win, like, and then like, nah, not really. And then you're like, that was weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you go to someone else and they're like, nah, not tonight, mate. And you're like, well, I'm wasting my time. I could just be on the beers or
Yeah, yeah. I can enjoy it.
scabbing some barbecue from someone or something. And then Flying Ryan Farrell, mate, he's returned in the 95. Can't remember. I knew he was borrowing an engine from someone, but 11th and. Yeah, never sort of looked too dangerous really all night. Yeah, sort of started 13th and finished 11th, like with a couple of DNFs. So,
For the couple of fans happy seeing the old.
yeah, he does still have
back.
a massive fan base.
He does.
We got to get him in here, I reckon. I know he's helping Jack Williamson out with some driving stuff. And
Yeah.
so he's around, but yeah, we'll get big flying Ryan Farrell in here for an interview at some stage. And a man of the people in 12th, mate, the open trailer crew, Daniel Hardigan. Single axle, little trailer. Jump on his Facebook if you want his shirt. Actually, it's a real cool shirt. It's even got like the trailer and stuff on the back, and it actually helps him out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all the merch from the other fellas, you know, it probably wouldn't mean as much. But if you jump on Daniel Hardigan Racing, I think it is, and buy a shirt or something like that, it is genuinely contributing to a race program. So. Yeah, that's why we got some stuff, and yeah, we'll be giving it away for someone who gives me a good spray and someone who thinks I'm a hero. So have that. Michael Keane, 13th, not where he wants to be.
Nah, he would have wanted to be further up there.
Started off the front in a couple of shows, won a few dashes, and seemed to be coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just not his night. I wonder why.
I don't know if it's because Daniel was running 410, maybe. I don't know. Like Daniel not being able to watch Michael as much.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, not to be like helping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if they got a different crew chief or something on the night. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's definitely a top 10 driver.
You know them two fellas?
Yeah.
Do they give each other like strong feedback?
I know
brothers?
Daniel more than Michael.
Okay.
Like, but
are they like, do they have like brothers like spray? Like if my brothers were helping me, it's the feedback's direct. Would they?
Yeah, Daniel won't hold back.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, maybe that was something that like you didn't. But Michael's also good enough to know what he needs to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know they've got a good group of people around them working on the car and that. So
sometimes you can get caught up with like going, oh, Michael Keane, he shouldn't be 13th. Well, Daniel Hardigan's as good a driver as there is.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have as much seat time as everyone else, but he's genuinely as good a driver in that field.
Yeah.
2 Aussie titles and a wingless on a strict budget in everything he's ever run.
Yeah.
Won that 360 show in Collie in the crate engine against Pigton.
Yeah.
Like swallowed him up on that last lap, mate.
Yeah.
Like Hardigan's good. Flying Ryan Farrell, maybe the GOAT of WA sprint cars.
Definitely.
No one's won more than him. Like he's good. James Inglis is a 48-time national dirt car champ, whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not 48, but one of his mates once told me, and this fella, I don't know him too well, but I don't reckon he hands out compliments too often, but he told me James Inglis in an outlaw car is like poetry. And this dude was like, yeah, I don't reckon he says nice stuff about many people.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, he must be actually good if he said it. Chris Coyle, Cricket Boy Shootout, Mayolo, Pride, Churcop, Priolo, like, so it's easy to say Michael Keane should be higher, but man, there's killers in this field.
Yeah.
There's all killers, no fillers. Shawnee Bradford back. Must be hard to do what he does, hey?
Yeah.
Like to only race one or two when everyone talks about laps and seat time and to come in cold, really. Like,
yeah. I mean, Sean's been doing it long enough, like a long time, but they all say seat time's the key.
Yeah.
You know, when you're out of seat, you're always going to be rusty.
And then when, like we talk about, it's like 0.2 of a second between, you know, qualifying second and 17th.
Yeah.
Like, you know, rust could be that.
Could be.
And then your whole night's gone.
Yeah.
Chad Pittard, mate, brought Geordie Johnson on the spanners, mate. 15th. He'll come along. He can drive. I always wonder, like, Michael and Chad go into the limiteds and brain them.
Yeah.
Like, the step up must be so big.
I think it is.
It just seems like the same thing, but a bit more power, but it cannot be.
I was actually speaking to Ray Pittard
Yep.
over the weekend. He's like, it's crazy how much difference there is between the two. Like, just a lot quicker, a lot lighter.
Yeah.
The engine's a lot lighter.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Just simple shit. He goes, just the speed you carry, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because Chad can drive, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Keane, 16th, first. Is that his first race? No, I think he did one or two other shows in a limited, eh?
He might have done one this year.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. I know he did a practice out Albany for the state title.
Yeah, come back for one 410 race at the end of the year.
Yeah. Why not?
Right? And then the Bulge, mate, Miles Bolger, 17th. Yeah, good for him. Mikey Green. Thought Mikey might be a little bit better because he's 18th. But then again, like, Miles is new to the sport, but Miles is still good.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like there'd be many people that could just come into a 410 and beat Miles Bolger.
No, that's
But you sit up on the crowd and see him getting around in 17th, you're like, oh, yeah, like, everyone beat him. But, like, that's not the case.
No.
Like, because look at Mikey Green. Wicked in a speed car straight away.
Yeah.
Like, fast as
in
a speed car, 360 race winner.
Yeah.
And then jumps into the 410 and, like, Yeah, everyone's good in this race. Like, yeah,
I
and
think he knocked the driveline out in qualifying.
yeah, right.
Snapped in half. They got a shit time in the end, I think. And then I'm not sure if he made it out for the heat race or not.
Let me have a look.
But
mate. Let me check.
just
this.
scratched into the A main because of the cars that dropped out. So
Okay. I'd be stoked with that.
yeah,
Did he borrow an engine, or that's their family engine? To know what's
I
good?
think it's off Greg Fisher.
Okay.
Greg, yeah, he used to be a car owner a few years ago as well.
There's enough engines around. Hey, that's weird.
Yeah,
More than what you think. Oh, here we go. Must be in qualifying one.
yeah. So he got one lap. in.
14.4.
Yeah, so he got one lap in, and then the second lap turns 3 and 4, he knocked it out.
Yep.
Hit the wall.
Yep. I said Daniel Keane didn't get a qualifying time.
Nah, his car wouldn't fire. Or it did fire, but it wouldn't go.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm not sure if Mikey didn't make it out for the heat races. So that was his first race from the qualifying as such.
Sick.
Yeah, straight in.
2 laps.
Yeah.
Feature.
Yep.
Sounds like a wingless night. Yeah, right. That's tough.
Yeah.
Then Harrison Pete, Brooke Newson. Yeah, a bit tricky for them. Cam McKenzie, he'd be spewing. He's actually been good when the car goes. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's sort of right at the like, if he's in a B main, you think he wins.
Yeah.
So and maybe he should be a bit better than that. Like, because he transfers straight away sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you know, on a good night, I reckon he's at the back of the dash.
So he won the mid-pack dash, I think.
Yeah.
Cam did, yeah.
Yep. No, he's good. He's good.
He's definitely a peddler.
Yeah. And then JD Dack, obviously, first turn incident with T Millie. T Millie just come in hot on that off the pole, and yeah, obviously just looked like he slid up and collected that wall, and boy, that was a big hit. I think JD Dack broke his arm.
Yeah, I think so.
I seen him coming out in a sling, and it just looked like Taylor's like front end comes straight at his like cockpit.
Yeah,
like far out.
You see all Dack's right arm guard was just pushed in as well. Like, yeah, it wasn't nice.
Yeah, no. So hopefully JD's all right, and yeah, it's nothing too significant with that arm, because yeah, even the head, everything, mate. It's a big lick, and yeah, I seen they packed up. So hopefully JD's all right, and mate, they're selling the truck straight away.
Yeah, right.
But I think I would assume they're upgrading. That's what you would think. Like
AP selling his too, I think.
Expressions of interest, like, and then no tire kickers. So I'm like, I would think like north of 7-ish for APs, like at a guess.
It's a nice truck.
Yeah,
it'd be fucking up there.
Dude, I always wonder why he chose to do that and not a prime mover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Rigid's just easier to get around a lot more. Like going into towns and that. Like, they hire in a car if you're going over east and shit like that. You can still get around in that.
Not like you can complain.
Nah, it's man.
Yeah, like even on that Friday night, I spoke to Joel Ettridge and I asked him. I was like, what's Pigden doing here? Is he racing or whatever? And he goes, I think he's just got the car for the young fella in the Formula 500. He's like, imagine having that as a kid. Like that's what I was like, mate, I can't imagine having that as an adult.
Yeah. We all wish we did.
Yeah, I know, mate. That thing's beautiful, mate.
Yeah, that is.
That's one of the segments I want to do. I want to do like top 5 trailers. And I would think Pegden and AP would be 1 or 2.
There's so many nice trailers though.
Pegden's got like same as AP's, like that little slide out, like all the yuppies at the caravan parks have. Like,
yeah.
I don't know who you reckon's in that top 3.
Oh.
Callum's is nice.
Callum's is nice.
Jason Pride.
Pride's is really nice.
Yeah, maybe
it's got good flooring in there.
Yeah, mate, it's got this hidden esky too, JP.
Yeah, I love that.
That's beautiful.
That's the best thing about the truck.
Yeah, that is wicked, mate.
You gotta have a big esky.
Who did I see?
Oh, chili bin.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon AP, Pigden, Pride.
I haven't really seen inside Kendrick's too much. Like, Mayolo's is pretty good.
Yeah, my Mayolo's. Somebody told me it's like 20 years old.
I don't know if that's the haulage. Like
yeah, that's what I got told.
That's
what I got told. It's Brian Hall's old one.
Yeah. It's up there now,
mate. And that thing's beautiful.
They look after it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, there's heaps.
There's some wicked ones. All right, we're getting out of it. So yeah, Taylor Milling, 3rd in the championship, but yeah, unfortunately he's got some fractures in his back. T something 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked my missus about it. She said, not great, but if you're going to fracture your back, it's probably the ones that you want to do. Like it's back brace for a few months and you shouldn't have too many ongoing issues.
Yes, hope he doesn't, eh?
Yeah, yep. That's what my missus OT, mate. She knows her shit with that. But yeah, T Millie, mate, there'll be surely there's a doctor somewhere near Kalgoorlie, mate. I'm not sure if they got internet out there yet or not, but hopefully he gets on course soon. He's got a big tournament coming up, so I hope the boys there giving him a massage and getting him ready for that, mate, because they need the big cap coming in. Todd Davis did not start. Jason Bloxage, is that thing not run or something like that? Like that's Hooger, some.
Yeah,
don't know.
He qualified. I think he was pretty far back.
Yeah, I don't know him or anything like that. I don't wish him any ill will, but he wouldn't have made the 20%. Like he's effectively wingless speed. Like
nowhere near there.
Kendrick, dog of a run lately for JK.
Did he end up doing 2 engines?
Yep.
Oh, that's an expensive night.
Mate. Jeff, sort it out, Jeff, would you? But yeah, 2 engines in one night. Nah, you wouldn't wish on anyone.
Nah.
Lancaster and Manders obviously never started from the incident in one. And yeah, again, there's so between JD Dack, Taylor Milling and Caden Manders, hope all them boys are good, and they've also got significant injuries and hopefully nothing too crazy. Mate, the late models, mate, I'll just rip through this. I like them. I don't want to talk about stuff I don't know, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get to watch anything because they were like back-to-back with our race.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
Yeah, didn't get to see him. But Warren Oldfield, surprise, there's an Oldfield on the podium. Smoke and Joe in second. And David Nylander. Mate, great result for him.
Good result,
Yep. I don't know him, but I know Craig, the brother. I know they've had a dog of a run with engines and just issues and even health issues. And mate, this is golf, mate. They've birdied the last hole.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what they've done, and then now they just can't wait for next year, mate. So yeah, David,
confidence up for them.
Oh, how good's this sport?
Yeah,
mate, we're flying.
Yeah,
mate, that's golf. And
let's go again.
dog shit for 17 holes, and you smoke a couple down the middle and birdie the last. Brent Vosbergen off. I think he was 14th or something last week, and last race, and then 4th this one, and a fair way back. He's 12 seconds back in 4th.
Yeah, right. Fuck, that is a long way.
Yeah, mate. So between Warren and Joe, first and second, it's 0.3.
Yeah.
Third was 9 seconds off.
Yeah, right. So the front two just...
Yeah, they're gone. They're a long way gone. Jamie Oldfield, 5th. Lukey Halliday, mate, is... What did I check? 17th, I think, to 6th.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah, that's moving, mate. Moving. Yeah, he was... Yeah, really good drive for him. And he was good. Even at the Aussie title, was fast, won a heat. Yeah, Luke was solid. So a good way to end the season. Brad Smith, Jason Oldfield, Damien Hudson. Where's my man? Didn't run, mate. Big Bobo. I was looking for Bo Oldfield. Not on there.
Yeah, no, I didn't think he was nominated, was he?
No, the one-man push quad, mate. Not there. Brad Blake, DNF. No, nothing else really in that one for me, mate. And then the midgets, mate. Did you watch the midgets with the brother-in-law and that, or are you busy doing your own thing?
We were in the shoot.
Yep.
I was pushed down too early to watch.
Yep.
But I was already strapped in because they started, so I was like, fuck it. I'll just try and watch it from the big screen, but couldn't see.
Yeah, see, I'll park up the top still.
Yeah, I should have done that. I'm like, because of that one on the drag side there.
Yeah, that's what I watched.
Pitch. Yeah, I was like, every time I come in later so I can still watch the track, but no, I pushed in too early.
I watched some heats, man. I don't know if you want to say, but I was watching. I think it was the first heat that Alfonso, mate. He was sending, but some of the stuff he did, I thought was like dumb. Like I don't expect you to comment on anything or anything like that, but
it was brutal.
Yeah,
like pretty brutal.
Yeah, he slid like Chris, like too hard.
Yeah,
for the first heat race of the last night, like it meant nothing. And then I think whoever was in second in that heat, he like passed him down the straight and then drove up at the wall and fully cut the fella off. And like, again, it just wasn't needed. And like, there was probably like 5 incidents, and I get it. He's trying to go forward and win. And he started knocking on the door of podiums and stuff. So he's probably pretty hungry, but yeah, and nothing actually happened. But so many of those incidents I just didn't think needed to happen. And yeah, Caden Brown won that in the end. I shit myself because obviously you can't see or hear, and I wasn't quite sure what the track was going to do after watching the sprint car feature. Halfway through, I was like, this thing's going to take rubber.
Yeah.
It's going to be slick. And then it just started breaking up.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, it's going to be fine. But I watched Caden come in with a flat right, and I couldn't see whether it was like worn down and gone, or if it was just like cut down. So I'm like yelling at people, like, "What's that?"
rubber?
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, "What?" Yeah. But and then Corey Smith, Interstate Roofing, mate. He's not even won a heat race.
No, that's crazy. Eh?
Yeah. Mate, I think he came in, he gave it the big double cobra too, I reckon, on the podium for the big fella. But again, golf, mate. Now, how hungry he's going to be.
Definitely.
Oh, he's just birdied this thing.
Yeah, he'll be hungry for next year now.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll get a heat win.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Mate, imagine podium a feature but never a heat. That's weird.
That's epic.
That's it. Good on him. And then Alfonso Guadagnino in third. Another podium for him. He's knocked a few of them off this year.
Yeah.
He split. So heaps of podiums, and then he split maybe second or third with Rowie in, what's that series they have? Pays like pretty good money.
Esslinger?
Yeah, Esslinger series. I think he split second or third in that.
Yeah.
So he's
third
come on.
with Rowie, I think it was.
Yeah. Jake Robinson, old Slick Rick, just be happy to put a night away. Like, led a few laps and some heats, and he would have wanted to finish a little higher up, but I bet he's pretty stoked the thing went back on straight because he's had some real bad luck and some. I think he's done about 3 cars, and he'd be stoked just to put that thing back on to end the year before he gets over to America. And just with that, Big Buddha and Tom Payette and Jake are getting over there, so they still got these raffle tickets. So if you want your name on the car when they're running over there in the Keith Coons prepared Jake Robinson and Tom Payette owned cars, jump online and grab your tickets from them. Help out two ripper fellas who are going over there to have a crack over there. Yeah, jump on them and buy some tickets. And then Keenan Fleming looked like he hurt something in the heat as well. I'm not sure what happened in that heat race.
He was leading it, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then he pulled in.
Yeah.
I thought engine, but obviously it wasn't because he got back out there.
Yeah.
He's another Aussie title fella. So, he'll be going over there and having a ripping crack. Billy the Kid, mate, he was way faster at the start of the year.
Yeah, he's been a bit hit and miss, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, early, mate. One of those feature races at the start of the year, I think they might have heard an engine in that. He was running the bottom.
Yeah,
and
I thought he was winner.
He was going.
Yeah.
Like those boys weren't catching him.
Nah.
That could have been like his third race.
Yeah.
He was moving. He was really good. And lots of those races at the start of the year, I thought he was like, mate, this dude's going to be banging on the door for wins. And he just seemed to have dropped off a little bit, but I think he's pretty young.
Yeah.
Pretty raw.
He's got plenty of years.
Yep. And they're learning. Like,
yeah,
I've been with Chad when Chaddy Armstrong does their shocks. He's talking to the old man, and they're real raw.
Yeah.
So the more knowledge that they gain, the better they'll be. Obviously, Rob Golding. I think Rob's gone over to the Aussie title. 7th, Gary Mann, Joel Watson, Patrick Watson, Chris Dimmick, DNF. Do you know what happened with him in the end?
Snapped the battery lead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's no good.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's shit. That's a nothing. Like. Not that you want more damage, but fuck, come on, like.
Well, between the Friday night, with a Formula engine, expiring, and then put it off pole for the midget too, and then something stupid like that happened.
Just a nothing. Like, was it a rock or just where?
He just hit the bump in 3 and 4, and that was it. So just snapped the wire, I think.
Mate, that's bullshit. And then Cody Nash, DNF in the 52, the East Side Concrete 52, and then Isaiah Matic didn't even start. But Cody, he had an incident in the heat, just chasing it, and I think he banged the wall. And I don't think he hurt the ladder. I think he hurt like the frame, like tab.
Yeah.
So I think they had some issues with that. Seen him rewheeling that up, went over for a chat, felt like I was getting in the way, and thought, better get out of here.
Yeah.
Let the big dogs get to work.
It was lucky that wasn't bigger too when he rode that wheel. That could have been a real big one.
Yeah. Yep. So not the end of the season Cody wanted, but Cody's won the track championship.
Yeah.
So sick for him.
That's what I was saying on Lee's Facebook page. That's what their goal was for this year, was to win that. So it's cool that they've achieved that goal.
Yeah. No, like I know, like you can say like Buddha and that didn't run this last one, but I think he would have probably got him anyway.
Yeah.
Like he was consistent.
Big
Seconds. Like, and then those boys probably, more inclined to not run later in the year because they weren't in the hunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it makes it easier to pull out when you're not in a shot for it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's not like, I just want to get it that Cody didn't win it because they didn't run the last couple.
No.
Like I think they didn't run the last couple, and one of the reasons was they weren't going to win it.
Yeah. Well, Buddha missed a few anyway from going over east and that. So
yeah,
not sure with Rowie. He might have done most of them, but I mean,
Rowie
Rose's intention would be on the Aussie title as well to get over for that. So
yeah.
no point in risking wrecking a car 2 weeks before.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things that Rowie spoke about is just, when his mind's half on the Aussie title already. Like, if you're not all in, you're not all in, and there was nothing to gain from the race. He wasn't in the hunt for that championship.
Yeah.
So that was a factor why he didn't run.
Yeah.
Because he was already out of it. But
no point.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was hoping Cody would come over to the Aussie title, but it just hasn't worked out for them this time. So, yeah, it's a shame. But I think we got 5 or 6. I think Gary Mann's going over.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I've got to do a review show with Cody, a preview show, for the Aussie title. And, yeah, I'm just waiting for the full entry list. But I think there's 6 or 7 at least, mate.
Oh, that's all right.
And, all right, we're getting into the main event. They saved the best till last, mate. So it was a wicked race, I think. Like, I haven't watched it back because I've only just found out on that 7+. I keep refreshing it. It's not at the top, so I think I haven't uploaded it.
Yeah.
But it's like in the middle.
Yeah, it's like down the bottom, the grand final,
I didn't know
full
that.
replay. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
No, I struggled to find it too, and I was like, fuck, there it is.
Yeah, you got to scroll down, mate.
Yeah.
It's not in, like, order.
Yeah, because the first ones are all, like, rapid replays.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the full replay, but it's, like, after the Silver Cup or something.
Yeah, sort that shit out, mate. I didn't watch this one back.
Fuck's sake, D-Nil.
No, mate, sort it out. He's at the footy, mate. I see him all the time,
Yeah.
putting up the stuff, mate. But, again, another masterclass from Blake and Matt Iman. I think they were racing pretty heavily and, passing each other. And I think it's one of the first times, so Rowie came down and helped me and he sat in the crowd and watched that feature race. He was shook after that.
Yeah, right.
Like, he said, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone drive a race car better than that ever.
Yeah, right.
And that's everything.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yeah, good. Like, fuck, they are good. Like,
yeah.
And then that's what I said to him. I was like, mate, I understand that. And it's the same. I think there's people that could keep up with them.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure there's too many people that could pass them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could hang on to the back of them at the Motorplex when the track's like that.
Yeah. They're unstoppable.
Yeah, I think, sweet. But, and there might be, but I'm like, I said to Roy, it's like, well, you tell me if you're out there and you're chasing them, how are you going to pass them?
Yeah.
Like, because they carry so much momentum on that wall. I don't know if you could slide them.
No.
Like,
No, because like fucking Lightning McQueen, really. Like, just following it.
Yeah, mate. Like,
the cars, you're just stuck to it.
So, like, with their lap times, their average lap times, those boys would have finished 6th and 7th in the midget feature.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That is fucking crazy.
And then in the heat race, I was like, I felt real bad. I'm like, oh, fuck, Matt, come past me. And then Blake come past me like I was standing still.
Yeah.
And I was like, I actually felt fast, but I was running like the groove under the wall.
Yeah.
In the heat. And they ran the wall and they were gone. And then after talking to Rowie, I like to look at the lap times for everything. And then I start looking at the lap times and they would have finished 3rd in the midget heat race. That was directly after that heat race. They passed me the very next race. They would have been finished 3rd in the speed cars.
Wow.
They were half a second faster on average than the 4th place.
Wow. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
That is...
And I'm like, I don't need to feel bad. I'm racing 2 speed cars.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not my fault. Someone they put a bloody Esslinger in that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's to highlight how good they are. That's what I think. And then, I think, and I've said it a couple of times, if the wingless could just go first a couple of times, I think it might be highlighted a bit more how good they are.
Yeah.
And then because I don't think there's many people that could just come down. Like, I don't think Callum Williamson and Dane are coming into that wingless and winning. Like, whereas I would assume everyone in the hill thinks that.
Yeah.
But there's no way. Top 5, yeah, I could see that. But I don't know if they could beat those boys. I know they couldn't.
No.
Not straight away.
No.
But I think the perception is like the lap times are a reflection of the skills, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
if you're doing 18 seconds, you're a bad driver.
Yeah.
Even though it's wingless, doesn't matter. And then, like, as the cars get faster, the drivers get better, but that's not the case.
No.
But yeah, those boys are automatic, mate. And then Sharpie, he always goes real good when that track goes slick like that.
It is.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. But even here, he said that, mate, the wall was treacherous.
Yeah.
Like,
enough.
Blake Walsh came over. He ran for Gary Walsh in the W23. He ran as the V23. And I spoke to him. He was on the podium on Friday night, and I spoke to him, and I sort of said, like, oh yeah, the track was good, like, but that's like a heat race. And I was like, it's like nowhere near slick. Like, you could just hold it full pin wherever you wanted. And then I sort of tried to explain to him about what was going to happen Saturday night and like slick, and it didn't really resonate with him. I don't think.
No.
And he's used to winning. He's a very good driver. He's current SA champ, Vic.
Yeah.
And I was like, you mate. And then I could tell he didn't process it. After the second heat race, I think it resonated with him.
Freddie's old man actually come up to me after, I think, the second heat race, goes, fucking, what do you got in this thing to run the bottom so good?
Yeah.
Basic setup, mate. Told him what's in it. He's like, really? Dead set. Yep.
Yeah.
And he fucked off.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to tell him about the wall, and then he was running the groove, same as me.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like the first time the penny had dropped, like, because he's seen the two lads on the wall. He's like,
Yeah.
I was like, that's the wall, man.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah.
It's up there.
And then you look at the end of the feature race, the hugest sign on their right rear is rubbed off.
Yeah, nothing left.
And I think, it's the first time he was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And he's as good as you get, and he's half a second off every lap.
Yeah, yeah.
Where'd you move forward? Oh, sorry, you yourself, Matty Fellowes, 5th. Where'd you start? 8th.
8th, yeah.
Yep. And you just ran the bottom and just picked a few off.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. Who's in front of you then when you started?
Sharpie.
Sharpie. Yep. Yeah, he was 6th. Yeah, yep. Where'd you start ahead of me? So you must have started 12th. So good from Wedgie, 12th to 6th. Like, I think any passes on that track is pretty decent.
It was a hard track to pass on.
Yep. Yeah, like, because I think that, again, like, mate, like 11th's Brad Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Like, the top 10's good in that wingless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every
like,
week it's always pretty
yeah,
good. Like, there's so much talent there that could win.
And yeah, you just make one mistake, you just get freight train.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone can come. But yeah, Wedgie went forward, running the bottom. Hayden Hicks, 7th. He's had an off night. It wasn't, maybe he was trying some stuff on Friday night, but on Friday night, like, I was waiting for him to show a nose the whole night. And
Yeah.
But he must have been running stuff because he was way better on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he was testing some shit. I'm not sure. But yeah, Hayden, came good. He moved forward as well. I think he started a fair way back. Darren Humphreys in 8th, and then Tommy Britton, unlucky, spun with like 2 or 3 to go or something like that.
Yeah. Still got a hard charger though, didn't he?
Yeah. So, and I think he was about 8th when he spun.
Yeah, right.
But his nemesis, Darren Humphreys, I think I think he just missed it in coming into 3, he said, and went around, but he was probably hungry to get the 84. Yeah, Brad Fitzgerald again, he hasn't run too much, but can still drive. 11th, Robbie Clark, 12th. Yeah, so, mate, it's, the top 10 in the wingless, it's a hard top 10 to crack into. Who we got missing? Like, and that's, like, Travie Armstrong didn't finish. Trav was up there, and I think.
Yeah, he was.
So,
He went to pass Blake.
Yeah.
Well, 4th.
Yeah.
I think. It's with Sharpie, but fuck, he was lucky not to go over big.
Yeah. Sound wasn't great. Sounds like it wasn't great from Walsh to move up how he did, but
no.
I didn't see any of it, but yeah, sounds like maybe it wasn't too great on Friday night either when he was moving through the field in the development series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it, and I haven't watched any of it back. So
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any Friday.
And you know what? The Speedway rumours a lot, mate. Yeah. Who else, mate? Connor McKee. I was actually interested to see how he go. He's had some bad luck, but like last week he come 9th.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, and he's relatively new. Like,
Top 10.
I was keen to look and he beat Wedgie.
Yeah.
Wedgie was 10th.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so it's like it is good. I think he's had some bad luck, mate, but just looking through here, just 15th, Evan Wakefield.
Yeah.
So only ran a couple of shows, got taken out Ellenbrook.
Yep.
Then Friday night, just another front end, ripped the shock tower out. Yeah, I think he's going to be good. He's going to be good. Riley Ogilvie, not sure what happened to him, but, mate, he turned a corner.
I think him and Wakefield come together.
Yeah, okay.
And Riley spun. Can't remember what the Chief Shield said over the runway.
Yeah, okay.
Who was deemed primary cause or what?
Yep. But yeah, Riley really good on Friday night. Like I said,
yeah.
I think he's probably the best car on Friday night.
If he didn't DNF that heat, I think he would have been up there.
Yeah, well,
in there for the feature.
Well, he got that flag, like, I don't even
protest
yeah,
flag
or like we're looking into it.
Yeah,
whatever that flag was, 69 in. Just being new, he did, and I didn't either, but he just assumed he had to pull in.
Yeah, right.
But it's not. You had to look at it, but that was shit because he pulled in, and that wasn't his fault.
Yeah, okay.
Someone else caused that, but they thought it was him to put that up on the board, so he pulled in. Otherwise, I reckon he would have been off the front and probably done some damage. But yeah, again, just to go back, mate. So he was just a bit confused with his car. He's flicked Blake Ibanhour a message.
Yeah,
Blake's come over, looked at the car. Like, they don't have to do that, these boys, but ripper lads.
They're good.
And then all of a sudden, Roller's saying that the car feels as good as what it needs to feel. And yeah, He was good, but Jared Fisher had a run in the Phillips car. He was good on the Friday night, and then I'm not sure what really happened on that. But Jeff Underdown, not that he wants to improve on, and he'll have another crack this weekend. But yeah, the wingless race was a good race. Yeah, a bit late. Wish we'd run it a little bit earlier. But I want the track to be like that too, if that makes sense. So
it's a racy track.
Yeah.
Like there's not much left, but it's fun.
No, if that little groove in 1 and 2 was gone,
yeah,
but 3 and 4 stayed how it was, it would have been an awesome track.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, that thing was so skinny. I moved down there a couple of times, like because I was trying to run the top in 1 and 2, just because I felt like I was far enough back that people would I was hoping people would bottom themselves up.
Yeah,
and I moved forward a little bit. Even on the restarts, I went to the top and felt like I was flying, and then I'd see the boys ahead of me. No, you're not.
No, they're flying.
Yeah, they're going. What have I got? Yeah, Sharpie was good. Come from 6. Blake Hole now, mate. Over the grand final weekend, we got a segment here, mate. You raise your glass. It's someone he didn't win, but raced a lot better than what they used to. They usually do. So the upfield design, raise your glass. Mine one this week's AJ Nash.
Likewise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 4th. Definitely. You know, he's a top 10 driver. I would have thought his ceiling's about 5th, but like to come forward to 4th in that field, that's a ripper drive from him, and
drop back and come forward.
It's
good.
Yeah, runs the bottom, but he must run that bottom hard.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he does. He must go so good at it, eh? And then it's just not like a car you notice, because it's not like when someone hits the wall you can see.
Yeah.
Then your eyes drawn to it.
No one's really watching the bottom. That's the problem. Everyone's watching everyone run the boards.
Yeah.
But no, he just moseys on down there and does his thing, and top 5, like, you know.
Yeah, big night for them. It's the Des Nash night. Was that this one? Yeah, Des Nash. So that's him. I've seen him on the podium in the wingless. Yeah, good for him. 4th for that, Des Nash night.
Especially after a year he's had, you know, been in and out of the 9 car with engine problems, and then back in the family 51. Like, that's good to see him up the pointy, and
good on him. And then the new segment, mate, the All Talk Engineering Tune-Up.
Oh.
We've swapped from the pump up to the All Talk Engineering Tune-Up. Mate, so someone who needs a bit of a tune-up. They've not had the best run, needs to get into the workshop, get fixed up, and get back out there. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I like to do this after we talked about all this, and you can sort of think about it. A little bit of bad luck, mate. A little bit of bad luck. Who's had it? Taylor Milling, but he's had a few. No, I want to do
Kendrick.
Him. Yeah, Kendrick's had fucking
2 engines.
2, just for 2 engines, mate. JK, you can have it, mate, and 2 engines. But you're going to have to go to the competition, mate. You got 2 engines there. Send them down to All Talk. Have a look, mate. Jared will give them things a lick up, mate. They'll be running. Don't worry. Come round 1, All Talk, we'll have you sorted, mate. But yeah, JK needs to tune up. 2 engines, mate. That just stinks. Then that incident with Hard again, like just a...
Yeah.
And then he DNF that feature too, hey?
Yeah, because you come into another incident, pretty sure, from
just... that'd be a shit run, mate.
Shit fortnight.
Mate, and then that's like the taste left in his mouth for the same as all these fellas. Like, you can't right that wrong next weekend. You've got to wait till October, November.
Yeah.
Fucking. And JK seems like a dog. Like, he wants to win.
He's hungry to win, eh?
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah, so that'll be playing on his mind for a little bit there, mate. And then the TPE group standout performer. So, the actual best. I don't know.
My one for me is Caden Brown.
Yeah, good.
In the midget.
Yeah.
After having a wreck in Heat 2. And then, rebuilding that car and then coming out and winning it, and then, getting a flat right on the last lap, really. Like, that's pretty good.
He is good, hey?
Yeah.
New car, doesn't run here often.
No.
Yeah, maybe, like, I think Cody Nash would have been a good race between them two.
Yeah.
Just think, Wooder, Nick Rowe.
Yeah.
Feel the regulars. But I thought Cody Nash would give him everything he could handle. But obviously with some car issues, it wasn't to be.
If Cody was out there, I reckon it would have been an epic race.
Yeah, Cody's clever, mate. He sneaks around and changes his lines, which I reckon that track would have suited him like that. Mate, my TPE group standout performer. So yours, Caden Brown, in the Travis White speed car. I'm going to go. I think I'll go Callum Williamson.
Yeah.
And then, because this is what it is, like, you can forget, like, or become used to it.
Yeah.
Like Callum Sassour and Dane, if they come
could
third,
win every week.
It's a third. You're like, why wasn't he that fast tonight? third. Like, but then when they win, you don't think, oh, that's amazing. Like, because you're used to it. But that's why I try and do this is like the standout. That's
they always stand out.
And Dane will get his chocolates because he won the series, and mate, he raced a sick race as well, and he showed a nose a few times. But Callum was just phenomenal in traffic.
Yeah, he was bloody good.
He's so clean at throwing those like sliders when he's coming into lap traffic, and there's one on the bottom and the top, and he like splits the middle and slides to the top.
Yeah,
like he would have thrown 6 of them, perfect,
clean as well.
Yep, and mate, by the time they get to some of them lappers, you know, those drivers are so good.
Yeah.
And they are just fully committed coming into that low, like inner one, and they slide through the slick. They go above someone on the bottom, but under someone on the top, like,
and still be moving forward.
Yep.
Like,
and got Dane following him, Nolan, like, and they just go, man. Like, yeah, I think Callum's race was good, and what makes me think that is how good Dane's was.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought, and Harding.
Yeah.
Like, Harding was
top 3.
Yeah, Harding drove such good race on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, not many mistakes. Like, I reckon I've seen 2 mistakes from Dane. He clipped the wall a few times, but he hit it once decent out of 4, and he wheelied coming out of 2. And they were like the only 2 mistakes he made.
Yeah, just them single mistakes, really, isn't it?
And then Callum is winning.
Yeah.
So, like, if you think Harding's race was phenomenal, well, Dane's was better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was second.
Yeah.
And then I think Dane drove amazing, but Callum beat him.
Yeah.
So it's like, Callum's race was.
You're right.
Yeah, Callum's race was so good, mate, and no mistakes. You know, like, and he knew, like, that the series was sort of wrapped up before they rolled out for the feature. As long as Dane rolled out, he wins.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, I'm racing.
Yeah.
Like, and that's
100%. Yeah.
Callum knows that.
Plus, you had, what was that, 4 Crown series as well that he could win?
Yeah, he won that.
Yeah.
Yep. So that 4 Crown.
That's a bonus too.
Yep. So he won that, mate.
Yeah.
And so my standout is Callum because he's, again, Brody didn't miss on the car.
Yeah.
Like, right up the front, won the dash.
Yeah.
Did he win everything?
Not sure if he won the heat.
Won the dash, won the feature,
remember,
won the 4 Crown. But again, really good for them. And then, you know, like, he's got every reason to be confident coming into the next season. And
definitely. I don't think he's going to the States too, is he?
Nah, I think his partner, or his wife, is due.
Oh, yeah.
So that sort of put a hold on that, mate. But I don't think that dream's done.
Nah. No, I don't think so.
But then, if I was Dane, I'd be glad he's not gone. You know, then he's not getting 40 laps, 40 races more than you. You know?
Yeah.
But I wonder. I don't know if anyone else has gone. I've heard. Who did I hear is heading over to America? Someone who would race limiteds. 2 seconds.
Not Dominic.
Cody Clayton.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. So they've got obviously the Wormholes kit, and I got told it could be a Speedway rumor. But I got told he's heading over to do some laps over there. So like he'll come back a lot quicker. But I don't think anyone else that I know. Obviously, Tom Payette, Jake Robinson, Daniel Harding in a midget, Kate Amanda's in a midget.
Yeah,
and I think there's one other gone over for that speed week, the midget speed week
from WA.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But they'll go on over there, and that wraps it up, mate. That's 2 hours. That's 2 hours of talking shit.
Wow, that quick,
mate. That's just Speedway, mate. It's easy to talk. I think we've covered everything, mate. The only thing we didn't do is the knife merchant slice and dice. But sorry, Reggie, mate. There's no more races to do. So I don't know. Next year we'll be back. If anyone wants to jump on board, I'll give with the sponsors sort of stuff. Next year, I've got some plans for this to sort of blow this up as best I can, and you know, with a full studio and cameras and all the rest of it, and do a proper production like you see all the other cool cats doing. I'm going to try and fully commit to this and see what it can do next year, and see if I can't help, you know, in a small way elevate what we've got kind of over here in WA. So if there's anyone out there with plenty of coin that wants to throw a heap my way, give us a message and we'll try and sort something out for next year and sort this out. But for this, I think I'm going to try and do. One of my plans is to do like with any of the sort of the sprint car teams that want to jump in, flick us a message and do like a crew chief driver like season review.
Yeah,
get them in there and talk about sort of, you know, what went right, what went wrong, highlights, lowlights. Definitely. I definitely want to do it with at least the top 3. Get them in the studio here, get them on the sim rig, and and have a few beers here and go through the whole season. And I sort of haven't reached out with that, but yeah, if anyone wants to, mate, Chris Kyle, I want to get him in, but he's a hard man to catch. Yeah, him and Jono can come in. Anyone, Pridey and Cody Lawrence, mate, I'd love to get them in as well. But that, I've got the midget Aussie title that I'm going over for, and I'll do that Carnarvon, the Fruitball Classic. We're going up there for that, so I'll take the mics up there and get to Damon Live where they're running the wall with sparks everywhere. We'll get him on there and
Gonna have Rowie on the spanners,
mate. Is the flying crayfish now, mate? He's not in Carnarvon.
Oh, isn't he?
No, he's in Dongra.
Oh shit!
Oh, but he'll slither his way. He'll hide in someone's trailer as they come through town or something like that. But yeah, that's sort of my plans. Yeah, hopefully we got chariots. Hopefully we can get up there and do something with that. But yeah, again, if anyone wants to come on board as a sponsor, I'm gonna try and improve the quality of this, get it going, have some more fun next year, and yeah, keep an eye out for the next couple of episodes before we wrap this thing up for the year. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
This episode has been brought to you by the following businesses. If you're in the market for anything these sponsors can help you with, please use them. Let's get behind the people who support the sport. See you at the track. BKB Plumbing and Gas. For all your plumbing needs in the Pilbara, contact Brody and his dedicated team. From domestic water softeners to large-scale commercial projects, BKB Plumbing and Gas. They've got you covered. RBS Project Solutions. RBS is based in the Pilbara and specialise in structural, mechanical and piping projects. RBS is bolstered by strong field supervision and leadership, ensuring successful execution of projects across the mining and oil and gas sectors. TPE Group. Proud sponsors of many Western Australian race cars, local speedway and sporting clubs, and all-round motorsports enthusiasts. The Knife Merchant. A cut above. Premium quality knives including the world-famous Victorinox, for fishing, camping, kitchen, butchering and outdoor lifestyle knives. Find them on Instagram and online at theknifemerchantoz.com. That's theknifemerchantaus.com. Upfield Design. Based in Albany, Western Australia, they specialise in custom helmet painting that brings your unique vision to life. Whether you race speedway, go-karts, motocross or anything in between, Upfield Design has you covered. Check out their Instagram, Facebook and their website. All work area listeners get 15% off all apparel. Use the discount code TheWorkArea at checkout to claim. MATLAB, where creativity meets functionality. MATLAB specialise in crafting custom mats tailored to your unique style and needs. Jump on Instagram to see their work for the likes of Cricky Motorsports, Williamson Motorsports and many others in the pits. Have a look at their stuff and see what they can do for you. Ironwood Projects. If you are looking for reliable carpentry services in the Karratha and in the Pilbara, look no further. Ironwood Projects is locally owned and operated. Toby and his team specialise in all aspects of commercial and residential buildings. Contact them today. And JRAC. Suppliers and installers, repairers and OH&S auditing of pallet storage systems. Call or email james@jrac.com.au or 0420 593 749.